Hey, what's up everyone? It's Denzel here, doing this video on the Sony meeting that happened today. And yo, at times it almost made like a fanboy come out of me. Like, like I'm not a Sony fanboy, but my preference is the Sony platforms. So I guess you can say I'm a Sony enthusiast or whatnot, but Sony is like my main console. So I was, getting hype about this meeting, especially if I was telling myself if they come out talk about the PlayStation 4, and what games is gonna come out and things like that. Like, I would be satisfied. But they exceeded my expectations. Cause first of all, this thing was 2 hours. This is even longer than a E3 event. And then I'm glad they did this for now. They did their own separate thing. Take 2 hours, take their time, because if they was to do it at E3, they would be rushed. Cause I think E3 is like an hour. They have an hour or hour and a half, something like that. And we already know at E3 they're gonna show a lot more. Cause they was even saying it today that we'll talk about it in the later on throughout the year and things like that. And you already know they're gonna talk about it more at E3. But first of all, they came out. It had like this montage and everything, nostalgic moments and things like that. And then they was talking and everything. Then he went the way he was talking. He was like he was even saying that talking about the Vita, saying that. And he was pretty much saying that this is not about the Vita. We're going to talk about Vita later on, and we're going to be unlocking more of the Vita's potential later on throughout the year. So, they didn't seem too worried about the Vita at all. Now, he was like, the dude was talking like, and I'm sorry if I keep pausing, because like I'm just like thinking like, yo, this shit was epic. Like, dude came out and he was like, this other guy came out. I think his name was Mark something. He came out and I think he's like the lead architect or whatever, like lead console designer or something like that. So he was talking about the PlayStation 4, and then he just started talking about like the specs and whatnot. It's like how it got 8 gigs of RAM and whatnot, and enhanced, I think it's a GPU enhanced CPU, something like that. And of course, they got a HDD drive inside and whatnot, and everything like that. They showed the controller. They didn't show the console. I think they're saving that for E3. But they did show the controller, and is that prototype. It looks kind of like the prototype, but more bet. I like that it's called the DualShock 4. The DualShock 4 does have the touchpad in it on the middle, and then it has the share button. And they even show like in there like how the share button works. But he was just talking about how they made it more simple, and they went to the developers and they asked the developers like what did they want. So you can tell that Sony learned their lesson from the PlayStation 3, because I think they even like, yeah, the cell was great and everything, but now they did like a complete 180 away from the cell. The cell was good in Sony's eyes, but it made things more difficult. The architecture was difficult with the cell processor. The cell processor just did make, and is making great games for the PlayStation 3, but they're trying to make it easier for developers to develop for. So we cannot get no excuses this gen from lazy developers, because Sony is really making it a lot simpler and whatnot for developers to develop for their new platform, PlayStation 4. Now, else with the PlayStation 4, they was talking about like now this thing, they got like a lot of, like they was talking a lot about some social networking um ideas and whatnot in there. Now I don't want to say they got a thing like Meverse. It's kind of similar, but they got you know, a whole different type of thing going on. And you know, you you know, you have your own profile, things like that. And you know, you can talk with friends and whatnot. But they got things different where your friends like you can have them like spectate your games. They can spectate your games like while you're playing live. They can, you know, they can watch and, you know, watch and, you know, write comments and things like that. You know, it's like you're it's pretty much they you streaming your games. Like they got that in their you streaming in their broadcasting live gameplay and things like that. And they also have it where if, let's say, things are too difficult for you to go to something to do in the game, some things are too difficult for you to overcome, they have a they have like a feature where if some, you know, somebody's watching your game, they can take over for you and they can play for you. I don't know. Now, one thing about that, like that seems like a kind of a cool feature, but one thing that is like, do you have to like confirm for them to take over, or they can just take over on their own? And like how far does it, the taking over goes? Like if they take over, do they like, can they like go into anywhere on your console and play games that you have on your console, or can they just take over for that game? You know, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna elaborate and, you know, confirm things as the year goes on. But it does seem like, you know, something, you know, innovative and, you know, different. And another thing that, you know, that I was very, you know, very happy, you know, to hear about, you know, me being a mainly PlayStation 3 console player. Uh, when you're downloading, you know, you have to wait and you have to download stuff and you gotta wait. Then you have to wait for it to install. Like that's like the one of the worst things on the PlayStation 3 that I hate. The downloading, all that downloading stuff. Uh, you know, and then since I'm a PlayStation Plus member or whatnot, you know, especially when they give those free games and things like that, like I gotta be waiting to download it and all this sort of stuff. But in here, and I've seen it, you know, they started with it on the Vita, where you can like you can download, you know, stuff in the background. But on the PlayStation 4, they're taking it a step further, where you can download a game. You can download like a part of a game, and you can be playing the game while it's downloading. And I think they people said it's been on the PC. I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't really know, but you know, that's a first for the consoles. I know that for sure. Being able to play a game while the game is downloading. Like now you don't have to wait for the whole entire game. Like Nino Kuni, I think Nino Kuni on a PlayStation Store was like 20 something gigs. So if I wanted to play Nino Kuni, like as soon as they update the store, like let's say this was on the PlayStation 4 now, I could download a piece of Nino Kuni and be playing Nino Kuni while the game is downloading. Now that right there, that's one thing I like, because like I said, I hated the downloading in the PlayStation 3. Um, yeah. Then they was talking about that. Then the CEO or president, whatever, he, I like I said, so much stuff happened that uh, I don't even remember people names or whatever. All I know is who they worked for and what they talked about. The dude from Gaikai came and he was talking about, you know, how making the PlayStation Network better and things like that, and then he was talking about the remote play, and you know, with the remote play you can with your Vita, if you have a Vita, Now it's like they said like remote play is gonna be it's like gonna be more perfect now with the PlayStation 4 and the Vita. You can how you can do remote play for certain games on with the PSP. Well, not even really the PSP, but like certain games on the Vita. You could do remote play on the PSP, but you can't really play any like PS3 games on there. Now, it's from what it seemed like. Now, I know we've heard Sony say this before that any game will be able to do remote play, but now it seems like they can really really do it with the Vita. It's kind of like how with the Wii U thing is, but it's on a whole nother scale. Like, of course, you can play your game while you're playing it, and if you have your Vita, you can transfer it right to the Vita. Simple. It's not even like it doesn't even seem like it's gonna be that hard. Now I don't know if it's every game or whatnot. But they did show from one game called Knack. It's a game that's gonna be on the PlayStation 4. The guy that developing the game, he was showing remote play from the Vita, and he was doing it, playing the game from his Vita, PlayStation 4 game. I thought that was great. And then Gaikai was talking about, how the rumors about PlayStation 4 being able to stream PS3 games. But they not only said PS3 games, they said PS2 and the PS1 and the PlayStation mobile games. So you're going to be able to have access on all those games on the PlayStation 4. And they said that they're going to try to, with the Vita, they're going to be able to, play those games on the Vita, smartphones and tablets and things like that. So I can't wait to hear more about that. They said they're going to talk about it more in the future and whatnot. And now, like I was saying with the share button thing, like you can record gameplay and whatnot. You can like send snap screenshots and things like that, and you can like you can have a clip download, and while you're playing, it's downloading, it's uploading or whatnot. Like it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like so much stuff was talking, and like, and I'm not even talking about the games yet. Like it's just the features right now that was getting me hyped. Like I was just watching it, and I swear, yo, I almost wanted to become a Sony fanboy right there. I almost wanted to become a drone and just be like, yo, it's over, it's over. But we haven't even seen what Microsoft is doing yet, and Nintendo, they still haven't shown all their games yet. So I don't even want to get to that yet. But like I said, it was almost at that point I was getting into. Now next, the games that they was talking about. Like I said, that game called Knack. It seems like a like a platformer game. You know, want to see like it seems like a game I would play. I don't really, I don't really like have like what you want to call it. With certain games, it doesn't seem like it don't matter like what type of game it is. Like certain games, like I would play. They showed that. They showed Killzone Shadowfall. That shit will look hot. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like it was crazy. That game definitely want to play that. The people that made the MotorStorm games, they came out with a game called Drive Club, and the whole concept with that game, like it's a driving game, but like the way that they have it, it's like you're interacting with people all over the world. Like you can set challenges up and things like that. Like it was so much information. And they was talking about, like they said they're gonna talk about more about that in the future. But like the game looked great. What else? New Infamous Second Son. That game looks pretty good. Like I know like that was just like a trailer, but that trailer looked nice. Well, actually, I don't even know if that was real time or that was a trailer. I don't even know. But if that was like the real time, that looked nice. They talked about that. Media Molecule came and showed some stuff with like the PlayStation Move and like them being able to create things and whatnot. David Cage, he came out and he was talking about how, like, what can we expect from PlayStation 4 hardware now, and what type of games we can make. And he had like this tech demo of some like old man, and like it was nice. The guy that made Braid, I think that's what it's called. They came out with and showed a game called The Witness and whatnot. Showed a little bit a trailer, gameplay and whatnot of it. It's like a puzzle type of game and things like that. I would want to see a little bit more before saying like I want to get that or whatnot. Um, what else? Capcom came and showed some stuff. They showed a game called Deep Down, which is going to be run under a new engine that's that's able to run on the PlayStation 4. And I don't know if that was a real time gameplay or if that was a demo, but that shit looked nice. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, like, if I can't tell right now, like, I'm just still like amazed by like this conference. But yeah, and then Square Enix came and they showed the same thing from E3. I thought they was gonna show something new. But yeah, they showed the same thing from E3, talking about this is what you can expect from on games that's just gonna be on the PlayStation 4. I mean the thing does look nice, but I was expecting like a new trailer or something. They showed the same thing from E3. I think for the engine, Luminous Studio Engine or whatever it's called. And then I don't know what happened after that, because like the dude came and he was the dude from the Final Fantasy director. He came out and then like right before he was about to talk, like my stream like lagged a bit, and then it showed him walking away. So I don't even know what he said. So if anyone can tell me, I'll be very appreciative of it. So I don't know what he made about talk about Final Fantasy on the PlayStation 4, but I know he was about to say something about Final Fantasy, but I don't even know because like I said, my stream lagged and I missed that. Blizzard came and they was talking about the Diablo 3 is gonna be on PlayStation 4, and they got and it's gonna be on PlayStation 3 as well. And it seems like they got more stuff going on later on in the year. In the future. And Destiny, Activision came out and they talked about Destiny and talked about it being on the PlayStation 4, and saying there's going to be exclusive content on the PlayStation 4. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have exclusive content on the Xbox as well, being that Bungie was a Xbox studio, Microsoft studio before. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have some stuff on there as well. But damn, it was good. That conference went beyond my expectations. It makes me hyped for the PlayStation 4. It makes me want to get rid of my PlayStation 3, my PS1, my PS2 right now, and just say, here, take that and just give me the PlayStation 4. But but yeah. And they did say it's gonna be out holiday 2013. So it's gonna be out by the end of this year. They didn't give price or nothing. I'm expecting they're gonna show a lot more in E3. So I'm expecting they're gonna show more games, and these same games with more gameplay and stuff like that. But I'm sure in E3 they're gonna announce some more games. They're gonna definitely show how the console looks. But damn, that's all I gotta say for this video. A lot of stuff happened. I'm pretty sure if y'all missed it, y'all can watch the live stream somewhere, or they probably gonna have the video up somewhere, things like that. But if you're a diehard PlayStation fan, you were happy. Not even just PlayStation fans. Like if you're gaming fan anywhere, you was gonna be happy with this conference. I know I sure as hell was happy with this conference, and I'm definitely waiting for holiday 2013 for me to pick up a PlayStation 4. 'Cause this makes me want to get a PlayStation 4 day one.